Hello, everybody. Just thought I'd jump on here real quick on a Friday afternoon, Friday the 13th afternoon, to be exact. Let me change my thing here. Oops, cancel that. Edit privacy, turn it to public. Got to do that every daggone time. Done. We are on public now. So, I have a few things on my mind today. Hopefully this is close enough. Can you hear me? My audio. Hopefully your Friday's treating you well. We have been, and hey, Mr. Miles, howdy. You must be as bored as I am today. I had to jump on here. I was bored, and I've been changing water filters, and I flooded the kitchen. I had a hell of a morning. We got this water filtration system up underneath the sink in the kitchen. Well, hell, been in this house a year and a half, and the filters have never been changed. So it's a little slow coming out of the tap. So I figured it's time to change it. Oh, you're in Vegas, right? Mr. Miles rode his scoot to Vegas. Nice. So I decided to change these filters today. Well, I climbed down there, and there's all kinds of hoses going everywhere, and they're going to valves. And so I turned all the valves off. There was one valve I couldn't turn off, and I looked at the hose, and it looked like I'd be okay. So I went to unscrew the filter, and my God, I had water pouring everywhere. I had water running out of the cupboard, and it was just pouring everywhere. I'm glad you made it there safe, my brother. Have a good weekend in Las Vegas. He's in Las Vegas for the weekend. Jealous. So I had water running all over the place. It is comical. I will laugh about it, but I ended up having to screw the filter housing back tight, and I was able to get it, luckily, unseal the leak. Wow, come to find out, the valve that I couldn't turn is the valve that needed to be turned. Of course. Wouldn't be any different, would it? So I got back under there, and I'm climbing under the sink, and I'm a big feller. I'm not a little skinny, wiry dude. I'm kind of just lanky, and I don't know. I don't roll around on the floor too good, but I'm rolling around up underneath this sink and trying to get around the trap and everything, and trying to get this valve to shut off. Well, it wouldn't, and it's plastic, and I didn't know how much I dared crank on it because I didn't want to break it. Because note to Johnny right here, I need to go out and find the water main so I can shut the water off to the house. Had I broke that valve, I'd have been in a mess because I don't know where to turn the water off. I've never been approached by this before, this problem, so I've never looked at it. Plumbing does suck. I agree with you. So at any rate, I decided I better not keep twisting on this and break this valve off. So I was unable to change those filters. So I pulled one out of the refrigerator. I run down to Sears. We bought the refrigerator there. I'm sure I can go down there and get a filter. Well, guess what? It's a Frigidaire fridge, side-by-side refrigerator, freezer, water, ice, all that stuff. It takes a series, I can't remember the number, but it's a series 3 filter. They carry series 1, series 2. They don't carry series 3. Again, about my luck, right? I get down there, so I can't get the filter. He tells me check Walmart. I go to Walmart. Walmart carried a few, but they did not carry the Frigidaire stuff. They had other brands and Samsung and something else, but they didn't have them. So I was unable to change my filter in the refrigerator, which I wanted to do. I always bought bottled water, and so we drank a lot of that. Well, we have a problem getting the water bottles when they're empty from the floor to the trash can. So you go in the bedroom and there's a pile of water bottles in there enough to sink a freaking ship. So I decided I'm not buying plastic water bottles anymore. They can drink out of the fridge. We've got all these filtration systems, and they can drink that water. So I was on a mission because the filters haven't been changed. So I was on a mission to get them changed and wasn't able to do so. So I got to order a water filter for the refrigerator. I've got to get outside and find the valve to shut the water off to the house. And then I've got to get over there and get that valve shut. I need to be able to shut the water off to the house. So in the event that I take that plastic valve and break it off, because it will not turn. I was wrenching on it pretty good today, and I finally decided I got to be careful. Amazon, yes, that was one of the places I found some filters online through Amazon, Walmart, a bunch of different places. I'm going to check St. George. I think I can walk in on St. George. I might run over there tomorrow. I think I can probably walk in any place, Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever appliance stores there are, and probably walk out with one. So I'm going to try that. I was going to run over today, but I got messing around and the day kind of slipped me by. So now the kids are coming home from school and they'll be getting ready to leave for the weekend, and she'll be getting home from work here shortly. So, but at any rate, I'll try that tomorrow and see if I can I'll Google it. There'll be a place over there. It's got one, I'm sure, positive of it. And I'll just go in and get one and bring her back, put it in, and then we'll tackle the other problems. So they give me a day off and I decided to play plumber. Well, I'm not a plumber. One time when I had a day off, I decided to play electrician, but I did win. I won on that one, and I still have all my fingers and everything. I didn't get zapped. I was able to, all I did was change the wall switch. I know it's no big deal, but it is for me because I don't like electricity, but I know how to turn the power off. I went and investigated it, and I turned the power off and went and changed my switch. I got to do the same with this water. I even tried to pull my pants down a little bit in the back so my crack could be showing. I thought maybe that would help me get that valve undone, and it wouldn't help. All it did is made me not be able to get up because my pants were down around my knees. Not quite. That's an exaggeration. But so that is my dilemma with the whole water plumber fiasco that I went on today. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Man, I forgot you were coming through today. Forgot all about that. I wondered what you were up to today a while ago when I finally, plumber's crack. I tried that. I tried the plumber's crack. I thought maybe if I had some crack, it would help. And no, it didn't help. I still couldn't get that sumbitch loose. Of course, you're not in a place where you can really wrench on it either. And it's this little teeny plastic valve like this. So it hurts the hell out of your hands when you're trying to crank it. But you're in here like this and you're upside down. You're trying to crank on this thing because you can't just reach it. That cupboard under the sink is so deep and it goes back in there like this. And it goes way back in there, man. You could store a hell of a lot of shit back there if you could get into it, but you can't because you got the trap hanging down about 12 inches inside the door. So it kind of, you got to work around all that stuff to get back there. Well, all that stuff's on the wall in the back. So to try to get that valve, you're either got your head up under there and you're like this blind and you're reaching over your head and you're trying to do it, or you're flopped over on your back, which I tried that. I tried them both. And then you're back here like this and you're trying to, man, that sucker, I was cranking it so hard that it was like flexing it's all tubing. It's all plastic. There's no freaking metal around anymore. It's crazy. I wish they had used copper pipe and sweat it and all that stuff. And then I was a fan of that. I used to do some of that back in the day, and it was strong. You could crank a valve, you could put a wrench on a valve if you had to crank it. You put a wrench on these plastic valves now, I think it'd probably bust the top off or something. It's just plastic. So I don't think it would hold up to a lot of wrenching. So anyway, that's that dilemma. So the filters, I ended up putting the filter back in the fridge. I was carrying it around. I went to Sears, I went to Walmart, and I'm packing this thing around. I finally thought, you know what? It's a dang near 2020. In just a few short weeks, it will be 2020. And I happen to have a camera in my pocket. So I took a picture of the damn thing with my phone. Now I've got it on there and the model numbers and what it looks like, so I don't have to pack it around, because I was carrying this little filter on that sucker. Hell, it's about 12 inches long, you know. But anyway, that's my plumbing. That's my plumbing story for today. It was quite the. It took me all morning and a whole closet full of towels to clean up the water mess. It was all up under there. Couldn't really get a mop in there. I probably could have if I'd have really tried, but I just got the towels and put them in there and soaked all the water out. So guess what? They're all in the washing machine. So I'm doing laundry now. A whole load of soaking wet towels. Yeah, that's that. So I've been tossing around some ideas. I like doing these shows. You better get a couple of filters. They're only good 5 to 6 months. I know, Mr. Troy, and I've had them in there a year and a half. So I do need to get them. But I'm going to go to St. George tomorrow. I'm going to get them because those kids need to drink that water. No more plastic bottles all over the house. If we could get, what do you call it? I don't even know what the word is I'm looking for. But anyway, get them from the floor to the trash can. I'd still buy plastic water bottles just for the ease of things. But we can't. So that's that story. Now, my other thought on this Friday the 13th. First of all, I'm not suspicious. Oh, I might be very suspicious. I'm not superstitious. I'm not that guy. So Friday the 13th is same as Friday the 12th or Friday the 10th or Friday the 1st for me. I don't really worry about that kind of stuff. A lot of people are, to each their own, you know, but anyway, happy Friday the 13th for y'all. There's certain things I won't do, like, you know, you don't walk under a ladder. There's just certain things that you just don't do for safety reasons and longevity. You know, you want to spread your life out for a little while at least. So there's certain things that you don't do. But as far as being superstitious and stuff, I am not. Happy Friday the 13th. Hope your Friday is kicking ass. Mine has been a day off. And like I just told you, I tried to play plumber all day. It took me all day. I spent all morning dinking around with this stuff and mopping up water. Here's the funny part is I got that filter. I thought I had all the valves off that needed to be off, and I cranked that filter. They're big, and it's all up under there, and it's hard as hell to get to, and they were really tight, but I was able to get it and crank on it and break that seal. Oh my gosh, I had water shooting everywhere. It was like straight out, and there was no down or no. It was straight out, hitting the wall and down and spraying everywhere. And I was wet. I was all wet. Everything else was all wet. So my other thought on this Friday the 13th, and I've been thinking about this for a long time. I am very suspicious. I am. That's right. That's why I'm incognito. I'm wearing this mask. Radio. I want y'all to give me your thoughts, because I've been toying with this idea since I was in Texas, and I'm wanting to start my own internet. It'll be an internet-based radio station, because I want to play. I like doing these shows, and I'll continue to do these. And when we go, if it comes to fruition and we go with a radio station when we're live on the air, we'll broadcast a lot of it live through Facebook and YouTube and Periscope. I like Periscope too. Those are some of the places. We're still waiting for the first of the year to see if we even have YouTube anymore. I don't know where we have a small subscriber amount and we don't generate any revenue and stuff. I don't know that we would have YouTube after the first year. We'll wait and see. we'll wait and see what happens. Hopefully we're still there. I do like that platform. The video quality on audio quality and everything on it is top notch compared to Facebook. Facebook, I can't get good video quality, and I'm shooting it at the same time. Oh, it's just a Facebook thing. They throttle you, throttle you down, and it's to save space, I'm sure. So you're not getting this software I'm using only let me broadcast in 720. Anyway, I came in broadcasting 1080p at this point. They're working on, I think I read somewhere that they're working on making that we'll make that feature available later on at some point, that we can broadcast in 1080p, but we're broadcasting 720 for the most part. But on Facebook, I don't know what they throttle us down to, but it's not even 720. My Facebook or my YouTube videos are in HD, so it lets me upload them, or actually they upload it's live. So, but everything's in HD over there, and I don't know what that consists of, 1080p or what, but the video quality is so much better on YouTube than it is on Facebook and on Periscope as well. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of Periscope. It's another one of these social media platform. It's a platform where you can make live videos. It's all it is, live videos. Their video quality is very, very good as well. And the audio, very good. So I do like those two. Should YouTube go away, that's where you'll find us. We'll still be doing on Facebook as long as they let us play over there, but we will be on Periscope as well. And I learned the other day, I was listening to some podcasts, and I learned of some other platforms that are uncensored. And so I got to check into that a little bit, and we will see what that's all about. Here's the problem, and I just noticed it too with Periscope. Here's the problem, and we talked about this on our Saturday show. I can't remember if it was last week or the week before, but big tech censorship. I think it was 2 shows ago. The little guys can't survive. What ends up happening is the big tech companies come in and buy them out, and they pay them a pretty good amount of money, and they buy these platforms away from them. So Periscope was owned, operated, built, designed, and ran by some immigrants. Well, I hadn't been on there in a long time, and I got on there the other day to do I did a video over there. I wanted to test the video and audio quality because I'm getting ready for YouTube to whatever they delete me basically. So, but I noticed, guess who owns Periscope now? Google. So all these platforms are being bought up by these leftist organizations. So now Google owns YouTube, Periscope. So my thoughts are, if they decide that we're not YouTube material, does that mean we don't get to play on Periscope either? I don't know that answer. I didn't know that Google bought Periscope. So here's the deal. There's 2 that I heard the other day, and I cannot remember their names. Heard them on podcasts. I'm going to have to go back and find that information, view my history, and listen to some podcasts again. But there's 2 out there that are wide open. No censorship whatsoever. So we need to investigate that. But here's my hopes on it. I hope that, first of all, I hope that that's true. And then I hope that they don't get gobbled up by these leftist, great big conglomerates, the big boys with all the big money, because it's getting to the point where you speak a certain tongue or you don't speak at all. What happened to Amendment number 1? Freedom of speech. There's certain things you can't say, that you can't do. We all know that. But other than that, we should have freedom of speech. And as it sits now, if you're not speaking their mode of speech, you're not speaking at all. So hopefully, I kind of got off on a tirade here, but hopefully those wide open platforms are there and they'll stay that way. It would sure be nice to be able to have a place for us to go where you can speak and not be shut down, not be throttled, not be deleted, not be shadow banned, not have the algorithm shut you down, all that happy fancy stuff. But anyway, I'm thinking about radio because I've been talking about this for a long time, and I want to do it because I want to be able to play music. And the problem with these platforms is if you tried to run it like a radio show and play music in between and whatnot, you get shut down for copyright problems, right? Copyright issues, they shut you down. Another part of what they do, they just shut you down. So I'm looking at starting a radio. I've been doing a lot of research. I've looked into several different companies, and I've got some different ideas. Everybody that watches this, if you guys would give me your thoughts and tell me if I'm right, wrong, or indifferent, or what you think about these things. But I'm thinking about doing it'd be kind of centered around a classic rock type of a music, but I want to have a couple of days a week where we play I want a day for the classic country music. I know that's a big stretch. That's why I'm asking you guys what you think about it. That's a big stretch. That's going from here to here. That's two whole different audiences, right? But my thought, I missed George Jones, Hank, the Highwaymen, the good, solid old country music before it became all these young, I don't even know what you call it, new age country music. So I'd like to do a day of that. And like say Thursdays, it's oldies country day, and play that kind of stuff. And then other days of the week play classic rock. We could play. I mean, it's endless. It's limitless. Could do it. However, I just want it to be successful. So, and then have talk shows on certain days, like Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We would be broadcasting on the radio our show, and so it would not only be broadcast here, but it would be broadcast on the radio station as well. Thursday night motorcyclism be broadcast. I would be looking for other DJs that wanted to do 1 to 4 hour slots certain days of the week, certain times of the day or night or whatever, that wanted to do and take a slot. Say you choose to do a 4 hour slot. That 4 hours is yours. You do with it what you want on that radio. You can talk about the things you like to talk about, play music, whatever kind of music you want. It'd be your show for that amount of time, and have different DJs throughout. I've been listening to a lot of these different radio shows or internet radio channels, and that seems to be what they do. And so I know it's doable. Plus the platform I've been looking at says I can't remember as many DJs as I want, I think. Guys, hang on just 1 minute. We got to take a quick break. It's just going to be, I don't have a commercial to put on or anything, but I got to run in and get the kids going. I'll be right back. Take 5, get you a cold drink, take a pee, have a smoke, and we'll be right back.
Still they say we're good hand. We held her upright. Now the head was lost. Though the feedlot, they find your boss man for the late truck and the weight they lost. And it wasn't for the money, wasn't for some white trash drink, just to see the glass in the black top shine like sequins down the bayou stream. Called the beat. US Highway.
All right, we're back. Sorry, I'm the only one home, and the boys' dad's coming to get them. So that's what that text message was. I had to go tell them to get ready to go, but they were ready. They already knew. So anyway, I'm thinking about that. Let's see who we got here. Yes, Mr. Searle, I did. I knew how to do that. They had made it different since I'd been on there last. Yours looked different. Now I get it. You can make it small or big. So, yeah, in this software that I'm using and Michael's talking about there, let's put this up here so people can see it. You have to have a paid version to be able to put your logo and your branding in. And so I just decided to go all out and do a paid version and get the benefits of that, so I could do my own logo and stuff like that. Red Live, hello Rodney. Mr. Red Live, welcome to the show. Talking about a few things. I got kind of behind in comments here. It looks like there is on the news now, motorcycle crash on Ricky and Rancho. This is over in Las Vegas, Nevada. Motorcycle fatality on 95 South in Decatur. Biker ended in highway traffic. My gosh, that is such a fear of everything. Of everybody's, of mine especially, is getting rear-ended, especially over here in southern Utah area where there's so much traffic. Down in Las Vegas, there's so much traffic. California, Salt Lake City, Denver, Pittsburgh, wherever you've got congested traffic, man, it's just a scary deal. And man, you got to be on your toes. I hate it when traffic is stopped on the highway, and even in my car, but especially on the Harley. I'll pull up next to them. I'll pull up next to the cars. I'm not sitting my ass back there as a sitting duck. We got to look out for ourselves because they're not looking out for us. They're too busy on their damn devices and stuff. I saw on the news, local news, St. George, Utah, yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Lady driving down the road, veers off to the right-hand side of the road, wipes out a tree and a fence, and takes out the tree and the fence. It's a straight road. How do we do that, folks? How does this happen? Because we're not paying attention. They're probably preoccupied. Got their eyes off the road. I don't know. I say this so much, and I know I sound like a broken record, but it's like there's nothing more important than driving the goddamn car when you're driving the car than driving the car. Drive the car. That text message can wait. And that's the problem today with where we're at in a lot of different things, is that is so much more important than what we're doing. And we're killing people doing it. People are dying because somebody's text message was more important than keeping their eyes on the road and driving that car. that truck, that semi, whatever, semi over in Florida 3 days ago, ran over 7 motorcyclists. I still haven't heard the outcome of that. I know there was a one fatality right away and like 3 or 4 others that were life flighted. Semi took out 7. How do we do that? I drive a semi. Visibility sucks sometimes. These newer ones have a pretty good mirror system, but you still have dead spots. You have dead spots. But if you're not paying attention, it don't matter how good a systems you have. Oh, sorry guys. I get that. Just, man, I get passionate about that stuff. It's just stupid. Stupidity. And, you know, I say this every time too, and people probably get tired of hearing it, but it's like, I don't want to be the guy. I don't want to be that guy that has to live with the thought that I killed people because I couldn't wait to read a text message, an email, a Facebook post. I don't want to be that guy. Hell no. But yeah, that's just asinine. But those are my thoughts. I kind of got sidetracked. The whole idea of the video today was, first of all, I had to talk about my plumber's crack, and second of all was to talk about the radio. So give me your thoughts, you guys. Post up if you would. Send me a message, whatever you want to do, and tell me your thoughts on that. If I get enough support, I'm probably going to jump off the edge first of the year and start a radio station out here. One of the other reasons is right here where I live, right here in Southern Nevada, Mesquite area, there is no good radio. We have the St. George radio. If you're at a certain part of town, you can hear it. We have Las Vegas radio. If you're in the other certain part of town, you can hear that. But you can't hear anything while you're driving around town all the way. It's here and there. Up here, it's good. Over here, it's bad. Blah, 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 blah. The St. George channels do a good job at trying to include Mesquite news, you know, Mesquite weather, stuff like that a lot. But their main concern is, rightfully so, and of course, their area, St. George, Utah. They do come down here and promote events quite a bit and stuff. So I'm thinking it might be a good area to have. It'd be an internet-based radio station. There will be apps. There'll be an app for Android. There'll be an app for iPhone. I've already looked into that. Those apps will be available and free to go on to Google Play or your iTunes and download the app for free. Click the app. It'd be just like Pandora or something. Click the app and there's the music, and the music will play with the app open or closed. So you can open it, start your play, close your app, plug your phone into your car, your truck, your semi, your motorcycle, whatever, Bluetooth, whatever you do, and the station would be there. And it'll play music 24/7. There won't be down times. It'll be playing music 24/7. After probably, on most nights, after probably 10 o'clock, it's going to be autoplay. It'll just be an auto server playing music, but it'll be nonstop music for the most part. So those are my thoughts on it. And, you know, like I said, I've never done this before. I don't know a lot about it other than all the research. I've done a lot of research. I'm feeling pretty comfortable and confident in what I'm saying, but I think it'd be a lot of fun, and it would be fun to get other DJs. You know, you could be anywhere anywhere. You know, as long as we have the music rights, as far as crossing country borders goes. From what I'm looking at right now, we would be able to play in the U.S. and Canada. And then you know, we would have to see how we did and how the station does and what kind of viewers we get, because you can sit and watch see how many viewers or listeners. It'd be listeners. There would be no viewing. It's a radio station. So on the app and then there would be a link to it on my webpage, myhelmettalk.com. It'd be /radio. We haven't built that page yet. It's not there, so don't go try it yet. This is like beta we're still kind of trying to decide if we're going to do it or not. So, but anyway, there'd be a page, and on that page, there would be a player that you could play and listen to it right off the page as well. And then the app. Well, on that page, in that player, it would show you the art off of the tune. The page would do the same thing. The app would do the same thing. You pull the app up, and just show you the music art. So there's not a view. It's not a show to watch. That's here. It'd be a radio station to listen to. So thoughts. Give me your thoughts, you guys. I'm welcome back, Mr. Red Life or Red Life. I'm not sure whom you are, so I shouldn't say Mr. Oh, habit of mine. I'm a Mr. Ma'am, sir. I'm just, old school type dude. But anyway, those are my thoughts on that. I'm really steering toward doing it. Like I said, it'll be shortly after the first of the year. If we're going to jump in, we're going to jump in. I'm just trying to see what kind of support there would be and get some ideas. Because so many of the radio stations, you know, like it's a country station or it's a rock station, and they play the same music always over and over and over and over. Well, somebody, and I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I like a variety of music. And so if you were to go to my playlist on my phone or in my Mac, you would find music from pretty much every walk of life, all kinds of different music. I like a variety, and I like to random play that. So I'm thinking I'm probably not the only one in the world that likes to do that. So I'm thinking, you know, a variety of music throughout the week. You got a 7-day week. You got 24 hours a day, or 160 hours available in a week or something. I don't think it would be a bad idea to randomize it. And like I said, have a Thursday that's old country, classic old country all day. And then, you know, we could have, I'm not much of a metal headbanger, but we could have some of that. If we had a DJ that was their thing, they could certainly do that for their show that they DJ and stuff. Anyway, I'm not gonna sound like a broken record. That's the thoughts. That's where I'm kind of thinking. That's what I'm thinking about doing. And then, of course, I would do my shows on the radio as well as on here. So it's kind of like doing a podcast, but you know, a lot of people have suggested to me to do podcasts, and I've started doing that. I have, but I'm wanting to play some music. I'm wanting to do like a show and have music and whatnot. And then, like I said, there's a lack of good music radio station right here. And so that's another driving force. Those are my thoughts, folks, on this Friday, the 13th. Be safe out there, whatever you're doing. Have a good weekend. I don't know what this weekend's going to provide. I don't know what we're going to do. Like I said, the kids are just leaving for the weekend. They'll be gone for the next week with their dad. And so who knows? Might sit around being bored. Do it as a 70s, 80s, 90s thing where you would play the top hits of 86, for example. Yeah. See, great idea. That's what I'm looking for. And something like that. That would be great. And that way we could cover a lot of different interests, a lot of different people's interests that way. And you know, we might have people that only want to listen on oldie country day, and that's fine. That's great. On that day they'll have it. Maybe they only want to listen to the shows, or maybe they'll come back and listen to the shows and stuff. So where it's not just music, but there's actually a show. But anyway, just thoughts, and I like that idea. I'm going to put that up so it'll be in the video. That way I can have it embedded in the video, because that's a great idea. I love it. You guys, thanks for joining me. Appreciate you. Appreciate you being on here. Appreciate your comments. I appreciate your help and your support and your thoughts. Stick around. I think we're going to be playing radio too. I think we are. I'm really wanting to do it. I'm just looking to see what kind of support we'll have. And like I said, the app will be free. Yo, Busted Nux. The app would be free, so anybody that wanted to download the app could download the app and play the music right off their phone. I know I use my phone for everything. Between my phone, my iPad, and my MacBook Pro, they're all synced, so all the music's there. So, and any one of them will Bluetooth to my large system in the house, Bluetooth to my Harley, Bluetooth to my Bose speaker over here that I play. And so it just seems like it's a win-win situation. You Bluetooth to anything. The days of going and buying CD players and all that stuff is gone, man. Everything's digital now. Everything's digital. So, you know, I think I'm safe to say most people probably use their handheld device, their phone, to stream their music. They put these things in, listen to their music, play it off the speakers. The phones nowadays have excellent speakers on them. Microphones, all that shit's really good today. But so those are my thoughts. Ponder, think, comment, share your ideas, and we will see you in the next show. Our next show will be Saturday night. Tomorrow night will be our political show that we air every Saturday night, 7 p.m. Join us. Come join us if that's your thing. And I don't have a topic yet. We announce those. I'll announce it tomorrow afternoon. And if you want to spend some time with us on that, we do that. There's 3 of us that get together and do that. So yeah, come on, check us out. Thanks, you guys. Have a good weekend, safe weekend. I know you guys, Busted Nux, Rodney, Irish, you guys are out riding this weekend. You're down in Las Vegas. Be safe. Watch out for the other guy. Don't let him get you. Peace. Adios.